Hey guys, it's Arx here and welcome back to my channel. I am finally back with a new keyboard review, and yes, we have another HE board, but we're finally reviewing one from Akko. This is one of their latest HE boards, so today let's take a look and listen at the new MOD007 HE Year of the Dragon V2. But first, a quick message from today's video sponsor, PCBWay. PCBWay is your one-stop shop for all your PCB prototyping needs. They do offer a lot of PCB materials from basic, advanced, flex, and even CNC machining, which we're holding right now. So I tried this before and it was very quick and easy. Now all you have to do is upload your file, select the corresponding materials, and wait for the code. You're good to go. Check out PCBWay.com, links in bio. Also, a quick disclaimer that the board was sent over by Akko for a review, but I wasn't paid to make the video, and I'll give you guys my honest and unbiased opinion about the board. I'll place all of their links on my description down below. Now, before we get into the board itself, let's talk about the background. The MOD007 HE Year of the Dragon V2 is Akko's second generation of magnetic keyboard, and it's priced at $199, which is not your typical budget HE. Now, it builds on what the V1 started though. It improves the core feature, which is the actuation adjustment. The V1 only had a 0.1mm actuation adjustment, while now the V2 refines that down to 0.01mm. So this is the smallest detectable movement this board can register. So that means you can now fine-tune your actuation point to something as specific as 1.35mm, 1.38 instead of being locked into a 1.3mm. Now, this level of precision gives you a tighter control, more responsive feel, and the ability to register even the slightest finger movement, perfect for gaming or even typing in general. So let's go ahead and unbox the board. It comes in with Akko's normal packaging, but this time with a custom dragon themed artwork on the box, setting the tone for what's inside. Inside, it's layered foam protection, but the manual is here and I highly suggest to read that. A USB-C cable, switch and keycap puller, and of course the board itself. Now the MOD007 HE V2 uses a 75% layout with a knob. It's fully gasket mounted, south-facing per key RGB or PCB, and it's housed in a CNC aluminum case pre-built with switches and keycaps. Now, you might already be familiar with what an HE or Hall effect board is, but let me just give you a quick rundown. At the core of the board are Hall effect sensors, which detect magnetic field changes instead of relying on physical contact on the switches. This means a smoother input, zero debounce delay, and much faster response. It supports rapid triggers, so keys can actuate and reset at any point in the travel, ideal for competitive gaming. And you also, again, you get to fine tune it to 0.01mm, allowing you to set anywhere from that to 4.0mm, whether you prefer a feather light taps or deeper press on the HE switches. Now on top of that, Akko also features this one with an 8000 Hz polling rate and also a dynamic keystrokes that let one key register multiple inputs based on how far it's being pressed. And the best part is it's all customizable through Akko's web-based software. No downloads needed, so it's clean, constantly updated as per Akko, and for me it's way more convenient than downloading a software. Now moving on to this design, this board is quite unique in my opinion. It has this dragon design at the top case that has this kind of rough texture to it, and the real highlight is the deeply engraved dragon motif on the back weight. It's subtle, but it was a nice touch, and it ties perfectly into the Year of the Dragon theme, shows all over the top case. There's also this copper accent piece in the middle, which is also a nice touch, and the overall finish on the board feels smooth, refined with sharp cuts and curves that show off the CNC aluminum of the board. Now let's talk about what you're getting on the pre-built. The board comes in pre-assembled with Akko's newest Astrolo Keys magnetic switches. And for keycaps, you're getting a cherry profile. This has this custom dragon themed colorway again. The legends are crisp, the texture feels premium. Now personally, I don't like the design choice. Feels a bit tacky in my opinion, but to each their own. The aluminum plate is also installed by default, but Akko includes an FR4 plate in the box if you want a more stiffer typing feel. Now everything's built to give you flexibility right from the start, whether you're modding or just plugging in and playing. Now again, all of this $199, which is more in the medium to premium price tag for an HE board, and I think that's pretty much it you need to know about the board itself. Let's just get into the sound test and hear how it sounds. Now I'll be using Akko's Starlit switches. I'll also throw in some sound comparison versus other HE boards, and always remember the sound and feel will vary depending on how you build the board, so take this as a reference. So please do enjoy the sound test on the MOD007 HE Year of the Dragon V2 by Akko. And that was the sound test on the MOD007 HE Year of the Dragon V2. Please do let me know on what you think about them on the comment section down below. Let's have some quick discussions, and also thank you for staying. Let's now talk about my overall experience on the board. Now design wise, this isn't anything new. We've seen this from Akko before, but for this version, they stuck to the theme and refined the details. The CNC aluminum case is really consistent and clean, plus you get a subtle dragon scale textures on the top case. Kudos to Akko for that. And the deep dragon engraving on the back ways also nice well in the concept altogether. Now it's not a groundbreaking design, but I believe it's well executed and fits the Year of the Dragon branding really well. Now with the HE features like the setting of the actuation points, adjusting the input speed, I can 100% say it works as intended. I noticed a real difference in reaction time during gameplay. Inputs feels quicker and more responsive, especially on those fast-paced and clutch moments. I can also see some slight difference on how faster the response is on the board versus some budget HE boards. Now what really surprised me though was the feel of the switches. Despite being magnetic, they have this satisfying give to them. It actually feels closer to a regular mechanical switches than I expected. I could definitely see myself kinda using this for some daily tasks here and there, but not just gaming. And some thoughts on the sound, it doesn't sound too stiff like other HE boards and kinda has that deep sound profile, but it does sound a little bit too foamy for my preference. Overall, for the price, $199, the board really falls on that almost kind of premium to medium price tag. Sure, there are cheaper HE boards out there, especially in the 65%, 60% layout, but considering this is a 75% with the solid materials and kind of well thought out design, but I gotta give it to Akko, but at the same time, I still think it's a bit steep for an HE board in my opinion. Now, what they could have done, honestly, they probably could have brought the price down by releasing just a plain white or black case, and even a plain keycaps would have brought down the price maybe a bit more to $149 price tag. Because let's face it, what we care more about, it's the HE features than its design, because that is the main feature that we need on this kind of a board. That said, I do believe HE boards kind of give you a real advantage in gaming. Of course, aim, game sense, that still matters the most, but having that precise control over your input, that's something that I take any day. Now, if you're serious about gaming and want a keyboard that's built for performance, you really can't go wrong with any HE keyboards. You definitely get your money's worth. And that is it for the video, guys. I hope you all enjoyed the review and I hope you find it helpful. If you do, please don't forget to leave a like. You can share the video if you want, and of course subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys on some next HE keyboards. Peace.